pew, pew. Me and you review. My name's Sir Barks a lot. And your name is?
Louie. My name's not Louie, though.
His name is Louie, and my name is Sir Barks a lot. Nice to see you.
Am I me and you're you? Or are you me and I'm you?
You're me? You're not me. That's weird. I'm me.
But it's me and you.
Right.
So who's me and who's you?
Obviously, I should be first.
Hi, I'm me, and this is you.
Hey, this is Me and You Review. My name's Becca.
My name's Alex.
Tonight for date night, we saw Annabelle.
So, I feel like we should start with, non-spoiler, did you like it?
So, did you like it?
Um,
Did you want to poop yourself?
It was scary, for sure. But I think, like I said before, it's my least favorite of all the Conjuring movies. I made a list of it.
This is the order that you liked them.
This is the order that I liked them.
You like Conjuring 2?
So, let's talk.
The most?
Because the people listening can't see my list. Yeah, Conjuring 2 is my favorite. That's when they're in England, right? Okay. So my list is Conjuring 2. This is the first, is the best movie. Then Conjuring 1. Then The Nun. Then Annabelle 2. Annabelle 1. La Llorona. And then the newest Annabelle 1. Annabelle 3 is the worst.
Ooh.
Where does Annabelle 3 fit on your list? Which one of those is it better than?
I mean, I liked La Llorona. It wasn't better than La Llorona, but it was better than Annabelle 2.
You like Annabelle 2?
I did not. The one with the baby?
That's Annabelle 1.
You like the one with the baby more than La Llorona?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's more, there's more story to it.
Because it's connected to the other Annabelle?
Yeah. I feel like there's a weird mystery. That's why I like Conjuring 2 the most. Because it's why is this thing here? What's going on here? They have to figure out what the demon's name is and why she scratched stuff in the book.
Right, and you thought it was the old man the whole time, but it wasn't the old man.
Right, it's a mystery. Same with Conjuring 1. They're why is this person possessing the house? Oh, it's because she killed her kid and then hung herself and then cursed the land and all that stuff.
Right.
But then when you get down to La Llorona, it was scary. It had some story, but it was just kind of a scare fest, and then the demon gets stabbed with the cross.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Same with this Annabelle. No spoilers. Did you like the movie?
I liked it. I didn't love it. It was my favorite, obviously, of the Conjuring movies. But I liked it. It was suspenseful. I liked it because it showed the room more. We have never seen the other stuff in the room as much.
There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about in the room, by the way.
Right.
But we'll hold that.
But the room that Annabelle is in has all those little trinkets and stuff from other possessions. Mm-hmm. And we have never seen that room that close up before. So it went into a little bit more detail about that. I liked that. I didn't like that the Warrens weren't really in it. That's
kind of, if you look at my list, the more the Warrens are in it, the more I like it.
Right.
So, where does it rank? I need a hard number. 1 through 7.
Annabelle 3?
Yeah.
Ooh. On a scale of 1 to 7, I'd give it a 5. 5.
It's 5 on your list?
Yeah.
What's worse than it? Annabelle 1?
Mm-hmm.
You don't like Annabelle 1. And Annabelle 2? Is it better than both the other Annabelle movies?
Annabelle 2 is okay. I think it's better. It's better than the other Annabelle movies, but it's not better than Conjuring.
Or The Nun.
Or The Nun.
Or La Llorona?
It's not better than La Llorona, no.
So it's the best Annabelle, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I liked it, but it's just a scary movie, and it doesn't really, I feel like it didn't further along the story. I'm hoping maybe whatever the next movie is, whenever Conjuring 3 comes out, I think maybe it'll make this movie better, because hopefully it's related.
Maybe it'll go into more details about that. I know, I kind of feel like this was just another movie to...
Right, it didn't feel connected to anything.
Yeah.
It just happened to use the same kind of characters.
And it didn't really give the Warrens any attention because they weren't really in it.
Right. Okay, so that's the spoiler-free part.
Okay.
So we're going to start talking about spoilers of the movie now. So if you plan on seeing the movie, you should hit pause, come back. And then we can talk some more about it.
Okay.
So, spoilers, 3, 2, 1, go. In the room. I like the room stuff. I have a theory, and it's totally random. But as soon as I saw it, I have a theory.
What?
The weird, samurai statue dude, I think he was a good guy. He was just standing in the hallway. He didn't fuck nobody.
But the girl was kind of listening, and she was hearing bad things, like slashing and killing and stuff, and like a war.
Right, that's probably where it comes from.
You think it just came from a war? It just was like a
I almost feel like it was guarding
juju?
the hallway for them.
Okay.
So they could slide by, because it didn't fuck with nobody.
Right.
It just had some bad juju in it. And it was the dead priest dude that the girl was
helping
seeing.
her, yeah.
He didn't do much either.
Yeah, but he was just guiding her. He was just like, hey, the doll's this way. Follow me.
But I feel like that was another thing that was just randomly thrown in there for no reason.
Well, that was also adding into how the girl could see dead people like her mom. She could have those visions and that intuition like her mom does. I think that was just the purpose of that, really.
Just show that she sees dead people?
Yeah.
She's the kid from Sixth Sense?
No. She just takes after her mom, has these intuitions. But the TV was kind of cool. How it was
a second
10 seconds ahead.
Was
Yeah.
it even 10 seconds?
Oh,
I feel like you got faster.
It was maybe a solid 3-4 seconds.
Because when she was first looking at it, it was maybe a second or two. But then when she was hiding and they showed the phone ringing,
yeah,
that was a solid 10-15 seconds.
Right. That was cool though. It was telling the future of how she was gonna die or what was gonna happen next. But then that last one, it was gonna show how she died.
Options. It faded and it was you might look like this or you might look like this.
Right. That was kind of cool.
I thought there was going to be more stuff tied to the other movies in this movie. I don't know if it was the commercials I saw or whatever. It was everything from the Conjuring Universe comes alive or whatever. I don't remember what the actual phrasing was, but I felt I was expecting to see the Nun show up, La Llorona show up. They weren't in the movie.
But the Warrens were not in La Llorona to get any of the things or to help them with the possession, and they were not in the Nun to help them with the possession. That's why.
But the Nun is in the Conjuring.
Yeah, it's just a demonic presence that she sees. She didn't take anything to store in her room to have that connection to be in the movie. This was mainly about the room, what was in the room. Annabelle was the strongest, what did they call it? Demonic capsule?
Right.
In that room.
That was another thing that annoyed me. All they do is put Annabelle back and everything goes back to normal.
Well, it just had the strongest.
I feel they tried to explain that Annabelle was the reason that everything else was I almost thought they were trying to say that everything else wasn't real. It was just Annabelle projecting it.
Well, yeah, that was 100%.
Using their fears.
Yeah, exactly.
So none of the other things were actually using their demonic stuff. It was just Annabelle acting like them.
Oh, true. I mean, it could have been because some of the things, like the coin guy.
Was that Annabelle?
Right.
Because the thing was open, so she was oh, they were looking at this guy. They're probably scared of him right now. Let's do the coin thing.
Right. It could have been that demon that has a hold over Annabelle that was making all the other things happen. Like her dad saying, this is all your fault. I can't believe you did this. Her dad wasn't actually saying that. It was just the demonic presence making him say that. So it could have been, but she literally, every single thing that she touched, the bride's veil, the coin, the piano, all of those things.
Oh, it was all the stuff that the girl touched.
Yeah, every single thing that she touched is what popped up.
Right. Why does that matter if she touched it? Because Annabelle was attached to her or something?
No, that was just kind of unleashing the demons was when you touch things. That's why the priest comes every week. And blesses it, yeah. And I don't think when they just locked her up and went all back to normal. I think that stopped it for a second. Then the parents got home. They called the priest. They did their little juju, holy water on everything again to calm it down. It wasn't just, oh, you locked her away. It's all done. No, they still had to do the holy water and stuff.
But it was all done.
For the night. It stopped and it shut down for the night, but that wasn't...
So you're saying the next night it would have happened again if the parents didn't come home and...
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it wasn't just all ended right then. It probably stopped it, calmed it down because she was locked up in that holy crate. But still, they had to come bless everything that girl touched.
Right.
Every week they come to bless the room, so you know he had to come and re-bless the room.
But yeah, I didn't like it felt like a bunch of random stuff happening with no real point to it. Like the werewolf thing, didn't like the werewolf thing.
Yeah, that was kind of pointless when the boy was hiding in the chicken coop. I didn't understand why he was hiding in the chicken coop.
Like, why was that even in the movie?
Yeah.
Just, like, make them stay in the house because there's a werewolf outside? And it wasn't even a werewolf, it was like a fog werewolf?
Yeah.
No, didn't like
Yeah, I think it was just trying to get them to stay inside so they couldn't just run away. That was just, like, a thing made up to keep them inside.
And, like, the wedding dress lady...
The bride, yeah.
I thought she was going to be La Llorona. I don't know why they didn't make her La Llorona. And really tie it together. Tie the pieces.
La Llorona was hundreds of years before.
Right, but it's still a demon.
How would they have the dress of La Llorona? They're only they go to houses, they take out the demonic spirit, they take their stuff. They would not have the dress of La Llorona.
They had all of the random shit.
They have gotten that stuff. That's stuff they
Who's
have
to
gotten.
say they didn't go back and get La Llorona's dress?
They didn't. We know they didn't. It wasn't in the movie.
Right, they would have shown that in the movie. I feel like the samurai dude, he's not in any movies, but he's just in the room. I'm saying...
Right, because they went and got that armor from somewhere.
I also thought
from where.
The
bracelet that she
the
put
bracelet
on.
was going to be La Llorona's...
Dude, La Llorona was not in this movie. This is not her movie.
Why not?
No, because the Warrens... This has nothing to do with the Warrens. La Llorona has nothing to do with the Warrens.
It needs to have something to do with
No, just because it was made by the same people in The Conjuring, it is not connected because the Warrens are not connected.
But it should have been.
Well...
Why couldn't Priest from La Llorona talk to his boy, Ed? Is that his name? Ed Warren?
Ed Warren.
And be like, hey, we got this weird thing. Can you put it in your creepy room that you have for some reason? That's all I'm saying. Give me some continuity.
Yeah.
Cause I think that's like the movies I like are things that like connect and there's like a through line. That's why I like the Marvel movies, Star Wars movies. There's like, oh, remember when that happened? Oh, remember when that happened? And that's what all the other movies had.
I know, but I feel like La Llorona was just kind of like another scary movie. I don't know if it was meant to connect to all of these like here.
Well, they got the same priest.
Yeah, but...
So it at least exists in the same world. It follows the same rules.
Right.
The demons that follow the same rules.
Right.
But like the first two Annabelle movies, even though they weren't like that good, my favorite parts were they were like, oh, remember the little girl from Annabelle 2? She's actually the crazy girl who kills everybody in Annabelle 1.
How about when the little girl knocked on the door in Annabelle 3? That was cool. How the little girl with the braids, the original Annabelle,
right?
The actual girl, was knocking on the door.
Was that her name? Annabelle? The dead girl in Annabelle 2?
I'm pretty sure.
And that's why the crippled girl called herself Annabelle? To then get adopted and stab everybody?
They were wanting their daughter back. So they got in contact with some other people. They were trying to get her into the doll. That's why they called the doll Annabelle in the first place.
Correct.
I think. Because then why was she was knocking on the door and she was like, can Annabelle come out and play? And she was like, I think you have the wrong house. There's no Annabelle here. And they're like, yeah, she is. She's right behind you. That was the doll she was talking about.
Right. And demons can possess phone lines now.
Yeah. The demon was trying to take her soul through the phone.
Oh, the beginning? I like the beginning. Again, because it had the Warrens. They're the best part of these movies for me.
Right. I agree.
But, like, they go to that weird cemetery and, like, the creepy spirit dude pushes Ed in front of the truck. I feel like they tried to make the girl who was, like, dead in the beginning in the car accident, she was, like, a good ghost. Because she was just, like, chilling, like, hey, I like your doll. And not, like, in her face, ah! Like all the other demons are.
No, that was the same one.
It was in the very beginning when the girl...
No, I know what you're talking about. That was the daughter. Yes, it was. The one that Psycho went to the hippie group, came back to her mom and dad, killed her mom and dad. We just saw them in the last movie. That's who it was.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was.
Because when
I like your doll. That was the same exact ghost that was in Annabelle 1. That was sitting there on the floor saying, I like your dolls. And then she stabbed and got...
The Rain said something about you just got into a car accident. Because she was like, I'm cold. She was like, "Yeah, you just got into a car accident." No, the car accident where they're like, "You got to turn around."
So you think it was her?
Yeah.
But that's from the same.
Because that's why she said that the doll is a demon beacon. So they drove up with Annabelle in the back seat.
Right.
She was newly dead. Spirit just looking at this car accident and said, "Boom, I'm gonna go hang out with Annabelle."
Right, but that's weird that in Annabelle 1, the same psychotic hippie girl who killed her parents was like,
Right.
"I like your dolls."
Right. It's almost like the demon like makes people say that to like creep people out.
Right.
What are you looking up?
The child's name?
I think it must be Annabelle.
I don't think it is. It just says B is her name.
B?
B-E-E.
Huh.
And then it says Demon B.
So Annabelle just must be the name of the doll.
Annabelle's the name of the doll, not the little girl. The original little girl, who they were trying to bring her back to life,
Was B.
Was B. But it wasn't really her that they had brought back to life. It was this demonic presence that was taking over their house.
Like her to get the right. What else you got? Things you liked, things you didn't like.
Well, the part where the friend became possessed.
In the dress? Or before that?
Can I say? So interruptive. Okay. Anyways, when she became possessed, I was waiting for that to happen because she was trapped in the room. So I knew she was going to be the one. And then when she got stabbed, I was like, I knew right away she didn't really get stabbed because dead people don't kill people. So I knew she was going to get possessed. Then when she finally got possessed and she was wearing the dress, that could have gone way better than it did.
Could have been cooler.
They could have added more to that. Because she was in the dress for like 2 minutes, screaming, and then she turned on the videotape, and that ritual over the tape is what got the demon out of her. But her wearing that wedding dress, like that scene, that could have been way cooler.
I didn't even recognize her at first.
Right, I thought it was just that ghost.
I thought it was just the ghost.
Bride. That's why that had to have been Annabelle, not the bride.
Because it's just the dress that makes you do crazy stuff? It's not really possession?
Because what spit into her mouth? That possessed her. Was it the demon?
I don't know.
Or was it the bride?
The way they explained it was that the dress just makes you violent.
No, I know, but I'm saying, when she got threw up in, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Who threw up in her?
Was it the Annabelle demon?
I don't know if it was that big black demon or if it was...
Another? It must have been. Because that's how she's always possessed people, right? By throwing up in their mouth. Mm-hmm. That's how they do it in Annabelle too.
No, I knew she got thrown up in the mouth. I'm wondering which ghost did it.
You think that's what they call it?
Are you listening to
I'm going to go throw up in her mouth. Baby bird, now you're a demon.
Now you're a demon? That's disgusting.
Speaking of, why does that little girl have that creepy light thing in her room?
It's a nightlight, 70s.
That's awful. Was that a real thing?
I don't know. I've never seen it before.
That would scare the crap out of me if I was a kid.
No, it was just a rotating light. Like, instead of just having a lamp, it was just colorful. Like a little pinwheel light.
Right, it freaked me out the whole time.
Oh, I wasn't worried about that.
Even when, like, the demon was rising up out of the doll because of the creepy light thing?
No, it was just a 70s nightlight. Side note, where did they get that pink cake from? Because it was burnt. She burnt the cake because she was taking so much time in the room snooping around. The cake was black. Then they, sing her happy birthday, it's a pink cake.
And didn't she buy white cake?
Well, I think she bought food coloring.
Oh, that's right.
That's irrelevant.
Okay, sorry. Didn't they say something about just put icing on it?
Well, they cut open the cake, and you could see that it was pink inside. But she was like, just cut the top layer off. Is that how cake works?
Is it not? I don't know how cake works. I don't bake.
You think they just cut the top layer off, and they're like, it was a perfectly pink cake?
Didn't she say just put icing on it?
Are you listening to what the fuck
I'm saying? But then they just iced the top.
They cut the cake open. They were eating slices of the cake that were all pink.
Right, but just the top was burnt. So the inside would be pink still.
Is that how it works, though?
I have no idea. You're asking the wrong person.
Anyways, I thought that was weird.
The stabbing thing.
It was just an illusion.
They don't kill anybody in these movies.
Ghosts don't kill people. People kill
Did they say that at some point?
It's factual. Every demonic movie ever. What do you mean? Every demonic movie.
Is that like a rule of demons?
I mean, like, yeah.
They want their soul. They don't want to kill them? No, because they make her kill you.
No, they don't really kill. Like, they, like, throw them around, slam them against the wall. But once another person has been taken by the demon, then they kill people.
The person kills the people.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're possessed. Right, because they always try to kill their kids and stuff.
That's why they take over a soul. They take over
you're gonna kill people.
Humans because we're stronger.
And they can actually, like, kill people?
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's exceptions, but...
La Llorona, like we established, she's not a part of this movie.
Right.
But no, I got really excited.
You thought she was going to be stabbed?
Not excited. I was going to be like, that's the first time I think I've ever seen someone actually die in these movies. No one else has died except for La Llorona, the 2 kids. Like the Spanish kids.
Right. I knew 100 right when that stab went in. I was like, this is not real. Because these ghosts don't kill people.
Also, we got confirmation. Remember how we were watching all these movies leading up to this? And you're always like, how come they can never hear anybody scream? I'm pretty sure we got confirmation that the demons like suppress the screaming. Because remember when what's her face is banging on the door and Judy's sleeping,
in her bedroom.
and then like they go into the room and you can't hear the banging on the door.
Right.
Same with like that closet that all of a sudden was miles long and dead people were in it.
Yeah. What was that closet, by the way?
I think it was just a closet, and the crazy Annabelle thing turned it into a weird.
I think that makes sense.
Hallway.
So it was like
death.
An illusion. We thought it was a closet, but it looked like. But it was a closet.
It was a closet, but the demon made it into a hallway temporarily.
Like a tomb with the bodies and stuff.
Right.
Where she saw herself.
My favorite part of these movies is blackness. They're really good at making stuff just black. And like you stare into blackness waiting for something to pop out.
Yeah.
And most of the time it doesn't happen. And then when it does, you want to poop yourself. But I felt like in this movie, it wasn't as good.
I think I was noticing it more because I know that you notice it. Like her nightstand, I like looked to the left and there was like a black spot.
Right.
And like that wasn't even the center focus of the thing, but I was just looking at it because I knew you were looking at it.
Yeah, that's all I look at in these movies.
Yeah, that's weird that you do that. You're like the only one who does that.
And I swear there's spooky stuff that you won't even notice unless you catch it.
Right. Well, that's how it is with the mirrors too.
Right.
Same thing.
That's all I look at in these movies is mirrors and dark corners.
Well, because that's how they get you. And then, like, when she held up the map and then she put it down in the window and there was nothing there, you were waiting.
There was a lot of those in this movie, too. A lot of, like, fake scares.
Yeah.
Which there wasn't a lot of in the other ones, I felt like. Like, the OG Conjuring, I kept expecting the fake outs, and there were never fake outs. It was always, like, legit ghost is messing with you.
Right.
But in this one, it felt like, oh, let's hold up a map. And it's like, you know you're going to drop the map and some scares you behind it. But it wasn't there.
So they didn't do it because you're expecting it. But there is still parts in the original Conjuring 1 and 2 where it's just like, making you jump parts. Like the telephone ring when it was ringing. Right. Or like the build up with the people knocking on the door and stuff like that. There's just like those build ups. But this one you're saying was cheesier build ups. I get it.
Yeah, I feel like they used it more. Because I remember when we watched the first Conjuring, I may have said it out loud, I was thinking it. I was impressed that they like got right into this demon's trying to kill you, or this demon's trying to possess you thing. Like it was from the get go. But in this one, there was a lot of just build up,
right.
A lot of fake scares. Maybe that's why the werewolf wasn't real. Maybe because it was just Annabelle creating the werewolf out of fog.
Illusion, yeah, that was just scaring them. But did it kill the chicken? I heard the chicken scream and yell, so it might have killed the chicken.
That was the worst part of this movie.
That was really silly.
That whole segment.
But I thought it was really cool how it did the little background story of the girl, how she's similar to her mom.
Right, I'm hoping that pays off in a later movie. Like the girl gets more involved. That'll make this movie better.
Yeah.
If like maybe her parents like trust her more because she like survived Annabelle's crap and like was able to put Annabelle back without dying.
Right.
Maybe they'll use her more. Maybe she'll grow up a little bit.
Right.
Maybe.
I mean,
because these are what, set in the 70s or something? Mm-hmm. So they still have 50 years of...
Well, yeah. I mean, the mom's dead now in real life.
Isn't that creepy that she died the day that La Llorona was released?
You think La Llorona killed her?
Maybe. They need to have just a movie centered on the Warrens.
What do you mean
I love their story.
The movie that we just saw was centered on the Warrens. The daughter.
But she doesn't count. Because I love that they like dig into like the hoax stuff. Because they got a lot of crap for being...
In real life, yeah. Fake. Like just entertainers.
Would you believe they were real if they were our neighbors?
Yeah, for sure.
And they were like, we just went and got this creepy doll. You want to see it? Would you go look at it?
Yeah, I believe in that shit. I believe in dead people. You don't, but I do.
Any final thoughts?
I liked it. It was not horrible. It's not the worst of the 7 movies.
It wasn't a bad movie, but it felt like a generic horror movie. And I don't like generic horror movies.
But the name Annabelle Comes Home, like what were we really expecting to happen? Annabelle comes home. Where's her home? Annabelle comes home with us. Is that what I meant? Like Annabelle comes home. She's coming home with us.
Right. It was coming home to the Warrens.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was cool. The room, going into all the other scary stuff. Different ghosts, demons, and possessions. A little cheesy. But overall, it was okay. Typical B-grade horror movie.
I'm still excited for the next one. According to Wikipedia, Conjuring 3 comes out next September.
Yeah, Conjurings are definitely the best.
And I feel like there's more Warrens in the Conjurings.
Well, yeah, because it's their story. So this Conjuring 3 should be the 2 Warrens.
That'll be exciting. Should we do like a
signing off?
I was thinking like a star rating. I gave it 3 out of 5.
Okay, so
3 out of 5 me's and 3 out of 5 you's.
Okay. What do you give it? You could be me.
I'm me?
Yeah. So we're doing out of 5. Out of 5 stars, what would you give it?
So Rotten Tomatoes, it's fresh if it's a 3. If it's less than a 3, rotten.
If it's less than a 3? Okay, so what are you going to give it?
Only because it's like tied to the Conjuring movies, I'll give it a 3. If it was just not at all, like, if it wasn't called Annabelle and it was just generic horror movie, 2.
Right.
But because it's part of the universe, 3.
So you're giving it a 3-star me.
3 me's.
I'm going to give it a 4.
4 you's?
4 you's. I liked it. It was spooky. It was scary. I had a cute little story with the girl at the end.
She has friends now.
She has friends now. It went into the room more because I was always curious about where Annabelle was sitting, all that other stuff. The girl was like wondering about her dad that she had killed. I like the little background stories like that. So I'm going to give it 4 you's.
4 you's and 3 me's. Not bad.
It's you and me, babe.
What's the next movie we're going to do?
Coming up soon on Me and You Review. Bum, bum, bum.
So I think the next one we're going to do is going to be a TV show.
Okay, what TV show?
Because I'm going to make you watch it.
Oh boy, what's it going to be? Am I going to like it?
What's the call?
Nerd alert.
The Amazon superhero movie.
Oh, I knew it was going to be nerdy.
Look, we just did 30 minutes on Annabelle.
Yeah, horror.
So
it's my juicy jam.
So movies-wise...
That was me. Now what about you?
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to see that for a show, and I think you're going to hate it. It sounds like it's going to be horrible, which is why I will love it.
So I think we're going to watch The Boys. Comes out next weekend.
Okay.
I don't know how they're doing it.
Like episode
It was going to be bingeable or just one episode? So I think we're doing that next, and then we're going to do the stupid one you want to watch. The stories.
Don't say it's stupid if you haven't seen it yet. You don't know.
It's a generic horror movie.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Generic horror movie.
Coming to a theater near you.
That you're going to like and I'm going to hate.
I will love it because it's spooky.
But yeah, that's what's coming up.
Coming up on Me and You Review. Pew, pew.
The end.
The end.